Hi, welcome to the Mankind Association. This is Tony Patino. This is our second ever podcast. I'd like to introduce
Uh,
my guest, Richard Deck and Tony
this is
Patino.
Richard Dick in the podcast. Clearly not knowing my cue.
Yeah, walking all over me over there.
I'm sorry about that. That's my bad. I will do my best in the future to not do that again.
We're still working it out.
In the future.
I already introduced him once, but I guess he needs an invitation sent by mail or something over there. Tommy T, you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. What's going on, guys? This is Tommy T. I was waiting for my proper cue, but apparently the first one got interrupted, so it threw everything out of whack.
Yeah. Well,
he was nervous because you was chewing on me for the interruption there.
Yeah, he got a little scared, did he?
I didn't want to be next on the whole, hey, you missed your cue thing, and apparently I was anyways.
I see you got your Boston hat back on with the flat bill. Didn't do anything about bending the bill on that thing over there.
You see, I grabbed an extra hat I had with the flat bill, and I went and bent it all up, make it more look like a ball cap, and it just looked weird. The design of these hats, when bent up, it makes them look even weird.
Yeah, they look like you could actually wear them and like shield yourself from the sun or something.
I mean, this works just fine to shield myself from the sun.
Yeah, unless the sun, is past the exact high point of the noon sky.
If it's that sunny where it's bugging me, I'll just put on sunglasses.
Yeah, which also completely defeats the purpose of even wearing a hat.
Yeah, take it easy yelling into your mic over there. You're getting a little excited. You're getting Richard Deck all worked up, and he's starting to yell into his microphone, crackling and stuff. So let's get into it. First of all, we're going to talk about two infractions that we got, and then we're going to go over the Mankind intro that you just saw before this podcast kicked off. So, Tommy T, read me one of them infractions that you may have.
One of the infractions we got over this last week was, is it an infraction to be the guy who always laughs at a joke, even if the joke's not funny? Which, the joke, if you're always laughing at a joke, regardless of the effectiveness of the joke, I think it's a definite infraction. You're just trying to be the guy who's always there and everyone's noticing because you're laughing.
Yeah, I like your articulation of that.
The word's a little hard to get out of my mouth sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like your brain is overpowering your mouth at sometimes.
I think he's just getting real passionate about it. He doesn't want these people to be laughing at jokes that aren't funny. So
understood. Hey, what are you drinking over there, Tommy?
Oh, just a little Coke.
Yeah, what do you got mixed into it, huh?
A little Crown Royal.
A little Crown and Coke. All right.
Crown and Coke.
A little bit of Crown, a little bit of Coke, no bend to his hat bill.
Richard, Richard, what do you think about that infraction that he read off?
This really sounds like just your standard. He's kissing up to somebody. He's laughing at somebody's jokes. To make them feel better. Every situation. You got the exemption to every rule. But, if it's a 3-year-old and he makes a joke and it ain't funny and, the parent is laughing, I might let him make it. But if it's all grown men, if it ain't funny, just say, hey, that was the worst joke you have ever told in your entire life. Never tell that joke again.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're just going to call that one an infraction. I think the guy's a little overzealous. I'm going to use a big word for you, Tommy, so I'm sorry. But I think he's a little excited about the jokes, even if they're not funny. Clearly, I agree. He's smooching somebody's hind end over it. We're going to call that an infraction.
Yeah, infraction. Move on to the next one, I would say.
Tommy?
The next one we got, which we'll keep it short and sweet because we can all agree on this one. Can women post man infractions?
That's a big 10 negative on that. No, that's going to be a no.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. That's a no. Women have no say in as a matter of fact, it's all over our Twitter.
I don't even think I approve of them looking at the website or possibly even listening to this podcast.
Yeah, if you're a woman listening to the podcast, I suggest you turn it off. We know who you are.
Yeah, press the little X and get out of here.
Yeah, Tommy, you got anything to say to the women?
Well, at this point, they're not listening anymore, so what I say is useless.
As it is every day. Richard, would you agree with that?
I feel like we rip on Tommy enough that he knows that he's got nothing to say, and so I think everybody's good at this point. Clear infraction, no women on the site.
No women on the site. So let's talk about our intro. So everybody got to see the new intro to this podcast, and they're gonna see it over and over and over again. We're gonna start off and we're gonna go through picture by picture, so that you understand why it was added to the intro.
Oh, I like this.
So, picture number one's got the guy where he's crying. That's a clear infraction just because of that, and that's why it made that to the intro. What picture two? The guy with the beer.
Up spilling the beer. I feel like there could be a scenario where it's all right to spill a little bit of beer, but this guy's clearly it's nonsense. He needs to just grow up. I mean, he's wasting beer. There's sober children in Africa.
All right, Tommy T, this one's yours.
This next one, a man wearing a diaper in a public place or something.
Yeah.
You could lump this together with the infraction we had on the last podcast about the man wearing the dress.
Yeah. Clearly wearing a diaper out in public is unacceptable. We got the man bun. Let's talk about the man bun for a second. Infraction. That's it. All I got for that one.
Yeah, done and done. Man bun is a no-no.
Speedos.
I feel like this guy, worse than the Speedo, is the random chest hair / tan line scenario with this guy.
Yeah.
Also, if you look at the picture, it looks kind of photoshopped.
So you're saying that's not... I kind of agree with you there. Looks like he...
So,
this
guy...
really looks like that's his boat.
It's like he's in a Speedo. He's got the tan lines and the weird chest hair. And then he crops himself onto some other guy's boat. And he's like, look at me, I'm rich and I'm good looking. Obviously, I should be wearing a Speedo. I say we give him 3 infractions, completely revoke the card, and move to the next picture.
Done deal.
Agreed. Anybody want to talk about the picture that's up there right now?
The next picture... I'll take care of this one, Richard. This next picture I've been told is Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 infractions going on in this picture. 1, Justin Bieber. That's an infraction in and of itself. 2, if I am correct, that is a mugshot.
That is correct.
To be smiling in a mugshot is, without a doubt, an infraction.
Yeah, that was pulled off of the old Google. Google provided that picture. So, yeah.
Well, I don't know what jail she's in, but I hope she does fine.
Next picture, guys laying on the table getting a massage. Let me clarify, guys. It's okay to get a massage, alright? You cannot, under any circumstances, smile like you're enjoying it, though.
I think a lot of it has to do with this guy. You just look at this guy and you know that he's a douchebag.
Definite douche.
Yeah, he's got the hair. It's like he's got a little bit of the facial hair going on, but it's not really even a 5 o'clock shadow yet. And he's smiling like he just won the lottery, and he's just got 2 hands touching his face. Like, what lottery is that?
Agreed. Tommy T got one in the top right corner over there.
Top right corner. I honestly cannot see that one that well. Richard, why don't you take this one?
This guy is my favorite out of all of these pictures. He is ironing what appears to be a brassiere. And that's going to be like a double infraction. Ironing your wife's clothing. If it was the other way around, I'd pour this man a beer. But as is, I don't want to look at him anymore.
Agreed. Next picture we got, Tommy, you can have that one. You can see that one, correct?
Yes, I can see that one. And this one disturbs me quite a bit. There's just...
It should.
Too much infraction to really note it. If it needs to be said and explained to somebody, then it's already an infraction, so I think we should move on from this picture.
All right, moving on. All right, the guy shaving. Men, do not shave. Done. Unless it's work, I just don't feel like a man should shave.
And I feel like if you're going to be a real man, you shouldn't take a job that requires you to shave unless you are feeding your starving children.
I like it. Man in a tutu. It's an infraction. Man can't revolt.
This has been covered in our site already.
It's been recovered. It has been. Oh, here we go. Oh.
This guy right here.
This freaking guy over here. This, and everybody's going to see the picture. They're going to see why we're making our statements like this, because this, this podcast, unlike the first podcast, is going to have pictures with it. So everyone pause, take a second, look at the picture on your screen.
This guy right here makes me so upset, I cannot even read those words out loud.
I refuse to read them out loud.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. This guy. We got the guy doing his hair up, trying to look good. All right, whatever. Only problem is male model.
I feel like if he was running his fingers through his hair and it was kind of tousled, I might try to let this guy make it, but he's clearly holding hairspray in the other hand. So this dude's spending way too much time putting way too much product in his hair.
Now, we're going to talk about Brendan Fraser for a second. First of all, I like Brendan Fraser. He's funny. I've seen a bunch of his movies.
Great actor.
Great actor. I only added this in because it made me laugh when I saw it.
That's a good picture, and he's crying, and that's an infraction.
It's an infraction.
But it's probably for a movie, so we'd probably give him a pass.
Oh, Brendan Fraser, you're getting a pass. Brandon, when you listen to this podcast, you're all right in our book. Oh, here we go. Hello Kitty, if that's what that is, I'm assuming.
What I'm going to say about
Google said it was Hello Kitty. I don't know.
If this guy is posing like a tough guy in his daughter's sweet 16 present, that might be funny, but keep that off the internet. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And if it's anything else, infraction.
We're just going to bypass the fact that it's a smart car. Like that,
yeah,
that might be an infraction in itself. A man not in a truck might be. We might have to talk about that.
Man not in a truck, all right. That's a good one over there, Tommy. So, let's talk about this guy posing in a pink shirt next to this, I don't want to call out the car, but if you stare at the logo long enough, you can see it. Infraction.
I think a lot of that's just attitude right there. I think if you really tried hard and you were a real man, you could pull off that outfit and maybe even that car, but not that attitude.
Get out of here. That's a Prius.
Get out of here.
Get out of here with the Prius. Yeah, you should. You're right. I'm gonna leave this one up for grabs. Who wants this picture? We're talking.
I'm pretty sure that's my cousin Vinny, so I don't want to talk bad about this guy.
The guy with the cat? We talked about posing with cats.
Yeah, cousin Vinny's got a lot of problems. So, like I said, I don't want to talk bad about him. He's my cousin. But, here's what it is. Clearly, it's an infraction. We already listed it on the site. Got the cat. there's a lot of other directions we could take with that, but like I said, I say we just infraction it and move on.
Infraction. Moving on. Guy with the doll, psycho guy.
Guy with the doll is great. This picture is clearly used to place on your plates that cover your electric plugs so that children will run away and not electrocute themselves.
I like your style there. I will accept it if that's the way it is. Oh, man doll kid. I don't like it. Infraction.
Doll collector. Yeah, doll collector. It would be less disturbing if his dolls were not mostly naked.
Very good point. Very good point. I think I disagree with you though. Just the fact of him holding dolls surrounded by dolls is pretty disturbing.
I say aggressively clear infraction on him.
Man purse guy. Infraction.
Man purse. Always an infraction.
Look at this guy.
Holding a woman's purse.
And look at this
also
guy.
An infraction.
He kind of looks like he's a little bit of Italian or something. I can't accept this. I'm going to find this guy and personally take his man card away.
I think he's trying to give off the perception that he's Italian with a spray tan and hairdo. I don't know exactly what he's trying to do, but it's not working. Infraction.
He's giving all us tough guys a bad look. I don't like him.
Before we move on, what about the Indiana Jones satchel from the Hangover movies? Infraction or no?
I'm not going to weigh in on that. I'm just not going to do it.
There's an argument to be made for both sides when it comes to Indiana Jones.
I mean, Indiana Jones was in 2 great movies.
I'm going to say all 4, but that's just me.
I definitely say all 4 with you there, Tony.
I'm going to give him 50%. 50% of his movies are great.
Yeah, that's still saying just 2, but whatever.
Oh. Well, I'm not a mathematician over here or nothing.
Neither is Tommy. So we're moving on. The next one, we got the guy in I don't even know what you call that. What is that, a leotard?
I'm embarrassed that you had to find this picture. I'm embarrassed that you found it.
It showed up on the Google.
That I'm looking at it.
It showed up on the Google. I had no choice. Man, cream, facial. I don't know what that is. Could be avocado. I don't know.
Yeah, anything that you're putting on your face to try to look pretty, get over yourself. Move on. Violation. Done. No card.
We're back to the diapers. What?
And the teddy bear.
Infraction. And the teddy bear. But I mean,
let's just move on to diaper. You wear a diaper when you're a boy, not a man. So no man can wear a diaper.
Agreed. We got the 2 guys sipping some sort of Margarita. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to call that an infraction just because of the way they're posing.
Brightly colored drink with a cherry in it should also be an infraction, regardless of pose.
Let's bring up the fact that they're using a straw as well.
Yeah.
There's just no manly way to drink from a straw.
Using a straw is an infraction. This guy, let me talk about this next one now.
Okay.
This guy, first off, selfies. As a man, you don't take selfies. Number 2, the vest.
Yes.
What's with the vest? I don't get the vest.
No, what is up with that vest?
I don't think the vest is a manly option.
I like this guy because he knows that when you're taking a selfie, you always got to make sure to leave the toilet paper in the shot.
Yeah, he clearly does not know how to use proper framing to get the toilet. You know what? And it's such a loss for words, I can't even talk about it.
The only thing I wish this guy would have done different was be flushing the toilet at the same time.
I like it. Maybe the pants around the ankles.
If he was reaching behind him holding the flusher, this guy would be golden.
Enough said on that one. Richard, you want to talk about this next guy?
Boy, what I really love about this guy is he is a Photoshop champion.
Okay.
Clearly, he is in the surf on a surfboard. There is no other possible explanation.
There's,
Clearly is
Richard-
not sitting on pavement.
Richard, we're looking at two different pictures here because
I'm
No,
look-
there's no pavement in the picture. There's no wall right behind him.
I'm looking at a guy that's going, "Hey, look at me. I want to be better than everybody. Take this picture of me on this surfboard that's made out of fiberglass."
I love this dude because he's like, look at me, I'm surfing in shoes and blue jeans and a long sleeve t-shirt.
Clearly does not care about drowning.
Not a drop of water on him. And he's probably 3,000 miles from the nearest body of water.
So he's completely safe. I understand. Talk about this last guy and his dog. I'm going to call an infraction. I think that posing with animals is just clearly an infraction. There's no other way around it. Whether it be a cat, a dog, a monkey.
Unless it's a lion and you've got your head in its mouth, then there's a point to be made on how it's not an infraction.
So let's say domesticated animals infraction, wild, crazy animals that could bite your head off, clearly man acceptable.
I think what we should do on this animals thing is if the animal could be shaved and the amount of hair could easily cover another complete animal, that's an infraction.
You know what I'm gonna infract this guy on? Forget the dog. Forget the goofy looking glasses. I'm gonna infract him on the color of his room back there. What kind of color is that? I think that's in between a green and a yellow. I don't even know what that is over there. But he's infracted. Congratulations. Your man card is probably useless right now if you need it.
Yeah, his is probably cut into about 8 pieces.
And then lastly, we got, I think, one more picture. The best picture of them all, the association.
You know, nothing says man card like punching you right in the screen there.
Yeah, I would agree. And that concludes the intro there. And now you understand why those pictures made it into it. I don't have anything further to say. I'm going to turn it over to Tommy T and Richard Deck. This is Tony Patino signing off. Get over yourself.
Guys, don't forget to check out our Facebook, our Twitter, and go to the website and submit your infractions. One last thing before I sign off, I want to give a shout out to one of my buddies from back in the day, Mr. Jordan Stevens, one of our first big followers.
Big follower. Love it.
He, this next season, he's going to be starting with the White Sox organization. And you guys should go out and give him a follow. You know, ask him some manly things. He'll come to us. I talk to him on a regular basis.
Go Boston. Go Boston.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when the White Sox meet the Red Sox, it's going to be over. So, but we'll still cheer for them when they're not playing the Red Sox.
We don't cheer, we root, but I like your style.
Richard, it's all yours. This is Tommy T, and I'm out, guys.
I'm not gonna be long here. I'm just gonna say if you're gonna waste your man card on a selfie, be sure there's toilet paper in the background. Richard Deck, I'm out.
That's the Man Card Association signing off.